All this week, we've been talking about breast cancer survivors and how they're using their stories to encourage others to take care of their bodies, and that if they see something, to say something.
This next story is a cancer story unlike the others. Jenna White never had cancer, but she learned she's genetically likely to get it. She's called a pre-vivor, and she's hoping her story might inspire you to take action.
Hi, I'm Jenna, and I am a pre-vivor. On both sides of my family, I have a lot of cancer. It's been in various forms. So am I predisposed in any way to cancer? Asked about the cancer screening, the genetic screening. They had told me, I went through the process and answered the questions, and I was told it wasn't the right kind of cancer, and it wasn't close enough to me in relation. And so for several years, I was getting the answer of no, you don't qualify. I was at my primary care doctor's office one day, and I asked him, I was like, is there any way I can get this done? Because I'm really kind of concerned about this. And I mean, my dad died of lung cancer when I was 22. He said they had just started doing genetic screenings in their office, so referred me. I was able to get the screening done. And they call me and they're like, we need to talk to you right away. I actually did come back as BRCA2 positive. I had about an 80% chance of developing breast cancer. I had a really high chance of developing ovarian cancer. I also have a high risk for melanoma of skin and eye. And then I also have a high risk of pancreatic cancer. All of those things come with the BRCA2. All right, well, it's not really a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And then I did my surgical procedures, my double mastectomy, and then I did a deep flap reconstruction, and then I had a hysterectomy in January 2023. And so that's kind of everything I can do preventatively. When I was getting my screening, I had an MRI of my breast prior to my double mastectomy, and they did find a small mass in my breast. It was benign. But I'm like, this is exactly what I don't want to be doing all the time and worrying about. It was isolating because I couldn't relate to people. Like, yes, they had BRCA, but they also had cancer. People view you differently. And there's a lot of things you don't qualify for, like supports that if you do have cancer, you would qualify for. I'm sure if you would ask most breast cancer survivors or people battling breast cancer, if they had a choice 5 years ago, if they would have known they were going to end up with breast cancer, would you have done something preventatively? Probably most of them would say yes. So for me, I was very blessed that I had the opportunity to make decisions, to take steps, to reduce my risk. And it also gave me a purpose in which I can advocate and be a support for other people going through it.
When talking with Jenna, she told me she hoped her story could open the door for other people that are like her to take preventative measures. Dr. Rachel Gendro, a breast surgical oncologist, says knowledge can help a patient make the next right move.
People have the option of preventative surgery, in the form of prophylactic mastectomies with or without reconstruction, patient preference, but you just need to know what your risk is and what your options are for decreasing your risk.
If you think you might qualify for that testing or just want to know more, reach out to your doctor and they should be able to point you in the right direction.